This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri.
I'm just about home and there's some weirdo up here who's out running. That weirdo is my mom. I've got some stops to make in town, so in the meantime, I'm gonna plug the 7020 here in so that it doesn't not start in 2 hours when I get back. I'm thinking that I could probably get the 7020 buffed and waxed this weekend to match the 4020 and 4320. Okay, so actually I'm gonna unplug the 7020 because I forgot that I have the 4020 to work on at the house. And I guess we'll get a cold start video of the 4020 because it's about 37 degrees. I don't think I'll need the ether can for this one, but I might. Okay, the 4020 should have had plenty of time to warm up over the past 2 hours while we went and ate and sat in the shop. So we're gonna turn the key on it and see what she does. And yes, I did plug it in. I'm going to make sure that I unplug it as well. All right, let's see. Not even a problem. All right, she's sitting outside. Let's bring her into the shop. So on this PTO seal and all the fun stuff I'm replacing, you can get it out as long as the tractor is facing downhill. Seeing as we are in a shop, there's no hill. So I made one. I think we should be downhill enough that we won't lose all of our hydraulic oil. And I got all the bolts and nuts off of this thing, so I'm gonna pry it off and see what we're working with. Evidently my man-made hill was not enough because there's a bunch of oil on the floor and there's still more in there. Okay, so what we are replacing is this guide and the seals in here. To do that, we have to get this snap ring out, and I'm also going to replace the gasket, and there's not much left of this one. That would be why it was leaking a bunch. But got the tractor. I messed up. Anyways, we're going to get this out, and I'll catch you guys, and I'll get back with you guys when I get that done. Okay, this is a giant pain in the rear end. Because the old seal, of course, fought me. And this big snap ring fought us pretty hard. Hopefully, I don't have to do this job again. But knowing my luck, I will have messed up the new seal. I can finally say I'm a real farmer because I'm putting a letter in the mail to John Deere Financial. Guess I'm signing away the rest of my life. And yes, I am wearing a hat because due to my recent haircut yesterday, half of my hair was, this right here, not wanting to lay down like it's supposed to. So, got to take drastic measures. Here's something pretty neat. It's a pair of Fendt rogators or Agco rogators, whatever you want to call them, heading south on Highway 61. Both of them have the big airflow booms. And here's the second one. Again, identically equipped. Okay, this is our second go around with this because of... It's gonna come out. Yeah, maybe we should wear this eye protection. So last night, we took all this apart, and at first I thought I'd put this bearing here in backwards because nothing was sitting flush, but apparently we got the wrong seal to begin with. Actually, we got two different seals, but the funny thing is that the wrong seal was the seal that we took out. This is the old one. You can still see there's a little bit of blue, so it can't be that old, and this was the one we put back in to begin with, so I guess it's the wrong one, so we're going to take both of them. Gone. And I got the right one in here, which is part number RE13181. So I think that's the right one. And I about got it in right here. I'm just taking a punch and going around the outside and making sure it sits flush. Now this seal here appears to be properly seated. So we're going to take the bearing, this steel here, And I'll put it back in, and I will press it in. We'll take the big snap ring. Where is it? Right here. Put it back in, and then take the PTO guide. I already put the O-ring in there. Put it back together and put its snap ring, this one right here, put it back on, and then do the gasket and put it back on the tractor. Now I got this kind of razor blade thing, and I'm scraping the old gasket off, and it's not in very good shape. And just like on the 4320, the thrust washer that sits right here between this and the PTO guide was in multiple pieces. Here is said thrust washer, broken precisely how it was on the 4320. And I'm probably going to go ahead and change the hydraulic oil here as well. Well, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But first, I'm going to get the gasket and get this whole thing put back together. It also appears as if at some point this hub was changed and that one was not, because that's a heavier duty hub than this one. Because this one has 3/4 inch lug nuts and the other has 7/8. Why? I don't know. All right, 4020 is on 4 legs again. And the front hydraulic pump may be getting fixed sooner rather than later, as it leaks a lot of oil. I am not using our fancy bulk oil to fill this thing. I'm using 5-gallon buckets because I went and bought and paid for them myself, because Dad says we got like 30 gallons of high guard left, and the guy who drove the truck for the company that we buy our oil from, or well, it's through a side sticker, but anyways, I guess he retired, and they must be having some problems finding somebody to take his place, because there's people that have bought oil a month ago and they still haven't gotten it, so we are even further down the list. All right, I'm comfortable without rocking the hat now, and I just finished up waxing the 4020. That's not as shiny because it's not the original true paint. But anyways, I'm gonna run this back over to the other house, grab the 7020 because it is gonna get buffed and waxed this weekend. I'm gonna do it. I don't care how long it takes. It'll take a while because there's a lot of metal surface on that tractor. But anyways, let's get going. Well, it runs. I need to tighten these bolts down there, but no leaks so far, no failures, so I'm happy. Also, this 4320 is for sale. This is how it's gonna look if you buy it. Yeah, I know, it's kind of ugly, but it is what it is. All right, let's go 7020. Please start. I've been plugged in for like a day, so it should be all right. 7020 is alive and well. Just listen to that. I mean, listen to it. Woo! Road gear in this thing is kind of scary. I still look at this thing and wonder how on earth I got so lucky to own it. I mean, there's cool tractors in Northeast Missouri, but I think this might be the coolest one. It's a fine Saturday, so we're gonna go to drainage school with a shovel and some backed up water. So there's water in this ditch, which means that there's a blockage somewhere. It's highly likely that it's somewhere in here where there's a bunch of fell over dead trees and high places. I'm off to do some target practice, and it looks like Dad is moving the 9510R out of the shop. For what purpose? I do not know. All right, Dad is blowing off the radiator, the tractor. Watch this. Ho! Dad blew the radiator out on the 510, and he's gonna back it into the shed. And then I'm gonna start up the 370, bean planter, we're just gonna drop it right here so that we can hook up to the corn planter. This makes me want to go plant beans, but just a little too wet and a little too cold. Man, this thing is so slick. There's my duals for the 4320, or maybe for the 7020. I cannot wait to plant. I'm very, very excited. More tractor shuffle. I'm gonna go grab the other 520 so that we can put away the mower. I'll show you guys here after a bit what I got done on the 7020 last night and part of today. It was just buffing and waxing, and doing the window seals is really not that entertaining. At least I didn't think so. Be good. Not even a problem. And there they are, all three of them lined up really nice and pretty. I've actually never had them all lined up before. I tried to get Dad to take that very picture when we still had the 570. Then we would have had 4. We could have really proved to everybody that we were the best farmers, because we have 4 quad tracks and they're all lined up. This is the aftermath of the giant oil spill I had with the 4020 PTO seal job. Oops. And Dad and I are going to attempt to put the duals on the 4320 ourselves. I think we can do it. I think I can. Like a little train engine. And I may or may not have gotten 2 birds with 1 stone, which is code for I use this stick that goes bang. And there were 2 pigeons, and they were in a row. Incidentally, I may have pulled the trigger accidentally and gotten 2 birds with 1 shot. I'm just that good. Got a little bit of everything out here today. I just need to find like a 9-shank Glencoe soil saver to go behind the 7020, and I would be ready to go work ground in Illinois. Boy, they would not know what to think of that. All right, so supposedly, if you back your tractor up onto a board or something, you can get the dual on, and yeah, whatever. We're gonna see if it actually works or not. Well, we are admitting defeat. 2 of us wasn't quite enough to muscle around and maneuver these tools into position. So, that sounds like a later job. Hello, livestock. You guys have any eggs for me today? No eggs. Do you have an egg? Nope, no eggs. Oh, what a stupendous Monday morning it is. It's just before 7:30 here, and I'm about to go to the bank and ask my banker for 100 G's because I don't have any money right now because I spent all of it. And I need that much because last year I farmed 90 acres. And this year I'm farming 170. So I need about double the money to farm this year as I did last year. And since farming is my primary income and working for the university, that doesn't pay the greatest. And YouTube isn't a full-time occupation yet either. I also need extra money to exist between now and October when some of the bean money starts to come in. So I'm pretty hard up for some cash right now. And it makes me wish maybe I hadn't have bought some of the stuff that I have. But then I wouldn't have a really cool 7020 and a disc and a 4020 and a planter and some cool guns. Well, that wasn't so hard. I was driving past Beard Implement here at about 60 miles an hour, and I saw something that was blue with field cultivator sweeps that I just really wanted to know some more about. It's this DMI Tiger Mate field cultivator here. And I stopped and asked, and it is already sold. It was sold before it even got here, and it needs tires, and but other than that, it's a tight machine. But oh well, it's a 22-footer, would have been just perfect for the 7020. All right, I will see you on Friday. You're so cute. I just sat down to edit this video, and I realized that I hadn't made a closing yet, so this is it, and I'll see you later.